The beat goes on and the volume is up full force in their just-released new album called For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Is the name of the single off of the new album, and I guess America thinks it's the real thing too. They're going to send it to #1 next week.
Yeah.
You hide out for 3 years, you come back, and the album is immediately #1 in a week, and the single soon after that. Are you surprised that people remembered so well?
Yes and no. I mean, it's like we didn't do anything to make them go away the last time, so then you expect that they would still be there, but then again, for it to be so intense and so quick, it's like it's really is a compliment to us from our fans, or it's like we thank our fans or whatever, but our fans.
It's a compliment to the fans.
Right,
you know,
it's just, yeah.
It's really nice to know that people still, you know, they're still into it. They dig us, you know.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that you have a #1 record and you get all the credit for it. The truth of the matter is, we didn't do anything. We made a record. The fans are the ones that made it #1. In a funny way. That's all we did was make a record.
Does sometimes the music get lost in the power and the volume?
No, the music is the power. That's where the power is coming from. The power isn't some unknown source. It comes from music, so the music doesn't get lost.
Well, when I hear you guys talking about this, you mentioned the fact you're looking for even new noises. That's not even, you're not saying music, you're saying we're looking for new noise.
Well, I think the music is designed to be delivered at that kind of volume and that. I don't think, you know, we're not an unplugged kind of band, you know what I mean?
And noise is part of the music. It's not noise.
I wouldn't call it noise. I'd call it more sounds, you know?
Exactly. The sound in the beginning of the pound cake on the drill, that is still musical. It's in key. It's you know, it's like it's a musical effect, and it's only just in little segments. It isn't like the main basis of the music. The main basis of the music is boom, boom, boom.
Well, now the reputation of Eddie Van Halen as a guitar player sometimes reaches mythical proportions. Does the band ever think about that and say, we almost have to show off the guitar, we have to do something special, we have to do a lick that'll blow even the best musicians away?
No, if anything...
That's Eddie's problem.
Yeah, if anything, they say, get out of here, will you? Give us some time. No, no, I'm kidding. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's funny, you know, Ed really takes the adoration, I guess you want to call it, from the fans with a grain of salt, because he, if anybody, will tend to downplay the technical proficiency that he has on the instrument. When we're playing and he has a certain idea for a solo in mind, we kind of look at him and say, Ed, you know, what happened to this fancy stuff that you can do? And he says, oh, well, I don't need to prove that I can do it. So it tends to become more musical, and at the same time fits better with the music that we're doing, and he doesn't have to honk his own horn.
So I think
he leaves that to all the other guitarists that are trying
Van Halen is more geared towards songwriting. Excuse me, Mike. I thought you were done. It's more geared towards songwriting than musical acrobatics. The musical acrobatics are put within the song, and therefore it's not like untasteful. If it's something that works within the song, it gets in the song. And that's what it's all about. I think that's what makes Van Halen more special than just some musicians, just some musical group that can be anyone. It could be some jazz group or anyone. The thing that makes us different is that we write great songs as well.
And heart and soul.
Well, you've also gotten
great song.
You're very successful. You've gotten comfortable. You're married, and Eddie, you now have a kid, so you can just sort of relax.
You're married.
You're very presumptuous in all those things. We're very successful. We're very comfortable. We don't know what comfort is.
I hate this chair. I ain't comfortable. What are we talking about?
You know what it is? A lot of people have asked us how do you approach your career at this point? And it's not really a career. It's our life. You know,
exactly.
It's a natural rhythm of our life and the state of our existence. Is that too deep?
No, it isn't.
But you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, and it's very natural for us to do what we're doing. We're just lucky we get paid for it.
Yes, you are. And
yeah, well, that's the real story.
I think this is the greatest, that you can do exactly as you want. There are very few jobs where you can live exactly like you want to, dress the way you want to, and just go out and entertain people.
Now you're making fun of my clothes, boy? Jeez,
well,
man, it's like one
here's
thing
the
after
key.
the other.
See, now, Sammy, I heard you have a clothing line coming out.
Here it is, right here, man.
It does take a lot of time, though, to have that fun that we're able to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Eddie Van Halen, Alex Van Halen, Sammy Hagar, and Michael Anthony of Van Halen for joining us on The Real Story.
Thank
Cassandra,
you.
now over to you.
Okay, Boyd, now I get it. It's not noise, it's sound.